my first encounter with Ajobiewe, I think it was 1996 or thereabouts. I had just moved to Ikorodu. I was painting on my balcony, and there was this young man I could see on the road in front of me, staring up at me and says, "Excuse me, please, are you painting?" And I just thought, well, let me not be rude. Maybe the man might be interested in something that I don't know, because for you to notice that I was painting means you understand what painting is. So anyway, I told him, "Do you know what? Come upstairs." I asked him a few questions about, what he felt his capabilities were, and he said he would like to show me. He brought his works to me. On bringing his works to me, I thought, okay, he has some talent. And he saw me painting watercolor, I think, that day. So I just did a few demonstrations for him. A few days later, he came around and he painted that painting over there. I almost passed out. And then he had also gone to Universal Studios to study as an apprentice. Universal Studios gave him the opportunity to work with oil. So in getting to school, he was already adept with oil, and he just, did his work nice and very well. So he moved from oils to acrylic.
Universal Studios is a conglomerate of artists based at the National Theatre. He was brought here raw, by a late friend and colleague, Alex Shyngle. He was the one that introduced Ajobiewe to the Universal Studios of Art. He symbolized that typical artist, whole being, whose own essence was about art. What we saw of him as a raw artist was phenomenal. I never encountered such a depth of talent before. Did very well through school, and the relationship with him continued, because every time he was on break, he would be back here. I was there as my student. Some of the people who came to visit, our collectors and other art enthusiasts who encountered him and his work were drawn to him.
He said his name was Samuel Ajobiewe, and those are really unusual names. The Ajobiewe. Amurawaye means I came to the world fully equipped, fully prepared to conquer the world. That's what it means literally. And Ajobiewe means dancing like leaves blowing in the wind, that kind of thing. And it's really getting to know him and seeing him at work. It really played out in his name. Yorubas will say Oruko, meaning that he's living out his name. Definitely came to the world fully equipped to be an artist.
The strongest part of Ajobiewe's work is his ability to control light. Atmospheric light is difficult to control, but Ajobiewe would like to always draw you into rooms or corners of houses or buildings. So quite a lot of his works, you find that they have things that enclose you, which allows for the organization of the light, so you can feel the effect of the chiaroscuro.
He had his roots in the classical approach to creating art, and some of his drawing skills would remind you of Michelangelo, Da Vinci, and Co. He's always taken the ordinary to masterful levels.
He was very, very focused, very diligent, and very, in his works you could see in pursuit of excellence, that in everything he did, when you thought, oh, this is really amazing, he would tell you that the work wasn't completed, he still had ideas. And I remember when Professor Yusuf Willow saw his work, he was so impressed. He couldn't believe it. He kept saying, this is an artist to have in your stable. This is a name to watch out for. He's going to go places. He's going to be great, And coming from someone of Professor Yusuf's caliber of artists, that was really a stamp of approval, and we were set to go. When we were finally able to pin Ajobiewe down, it was a real miracle, that first exhibition. And it was such a wonderful experience, wonderful in the sense that it's so fulfilling when an artist has put in a lot of work and the gallery, has done their own bit, and on the opening night, it's a sellout exhibition, and you have clients, literally fighting. Oh, I wanted that work, I saw it first, I just moved. So it was a really exciting opening that he had. He's a different kind of person. He's a very different guy, and he has no apologies for being different. He just expresses himself on canvas, and so he's got it all bottled up, and he just lets it all out on the canvas or the paper, on the paintings. That's how he expresses himself. Ajobiewe certainly has magic. You know the song, I don't sing well, but I'm coming out, I want the world to know. Just got to let it show.